15 cohorts of 8 weeks. That is 2.5 years of weekly training. So we've got this course down to pat. We have heard the participants' feedback and reflection, and we include that into the course. The course is now accredited, so it can't really be changed, and I don't want to change it because the principles and the framework that it's based on is true and pure and transformational, as you've heard. What I need now, what I want to do, my 5-year vision, it's gone from 3 years to 5 years now, my 5-year vision is to make this accessible to participants, victim survivors, those who don't identify as such but are stuck, nationwide. That's my dream. We've got the framework, we've got the accreditation, we now need to get the evaluation, then we need to get the funding, and then we can make it happen. And it's not me doing the training going forwards. There is 2 parts to what I want to do. Take on fitness professionals who've already got the skill set of nutrition and Pilates and movement, somatic release. Take them on, train them up in the course, let them run an 8-week course. And then my second vision is to take participants of the programme, train them up as health coaches, so they've got the knowledge, that base knowledge, and then train them up in the programme and get them out there delivering. So that is the vision, but it all takes money, unfortunately. I've come up across a lot of closed doors, but as you know, all survivors have got courage, all survivors have got resilience, they just may not know it at the moment, but it's in there to be released. You've heard stories of the impact of the programme and what people have gone on to do, not just for themselves, but for their families, their communities. And that is what this is all about, is that one bit of pebble, bit of stone in the water and rippling outwards. And every single one of you in this room, in your own way, could have a conversation, could open a door, could point someone towards us and the work that we do. As far as I know, we are the only small charity that provides this type of course. It is a holistic health recovery. It's an empowerment recovery programme. We are the only ones. We can work with survivors, professionals, and workforces. Workforces often are made up of survivors, and they probably will not admit that they're a survivor because there is a lot of shame around that. Their peers may not look at them in the same way. Now, I'm a chartered management accountant, okay, and I keep those letters after my name because they mean something to me. People look at me in a different way. They don't look at me as a victim. They look at me as someone that is credible and they can believe in it because I've got those letters after my name. I don't really do accountancy anymore. This is what I do. This is my purpose. And it's really important for me that everybody feels like they've got those letters after their name, even if they don't have them. They need to be seen as credible, seen as worthy, but equally, more importantly, they need to feel that themselves. And often victims and survivors of crimes, of sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, we are victims of crimes perpetrated against us through no fault of our own. Yet we are expected to live a life of that impact. And no one seems to care about that, apart from people that work in the sector. Yeah? So, me, Bev, Faye, I forgot your name for a minute, Fatima, all different people in this room, and people that I know and I've worked with, we all try to challenge the narrative around child sexual abuse. We're bringing it out of the shadows and we're going, this happens to at least 1 in 10 people. 500,000 children every single year, according to the Centre of Expertise for Child Sexual Abuse. Yeah, we're not talking about something that happens over there. We're talking about something that is happening to at least 1 in 10 people. So in this room, well, we know there's a lot of survivors in this room, but equally out in a class of 30 children maybe, 3 out of 30 in each and every class is a victim of child sexual abuse. That is staggering. We have spent 8 years on an inquiry that still hasn't implemented its recommendations. I wish I could swear. Why the F not? Yeah, it makes no sense. We spent £186 million, and yet we still haven't got anything tangible to show for it. And yet when we call it out, why are you calling it out? Well, because it needs to be called out. Because we know children and young people are experiencing all forms of abuse right now, either by their parents or extended family, in the family home, in a care setting, in other settings. So it could be educational, it could be sports. It happens in every single setting. And these children and young people and adults, like me, who were not heard, even though we spoke up, we told social care, we told the police, we told our school, we wasn't believed. That is so damaging. So the only thing I'm going to say right now is, for everybody out there, if the only thing you do is to listen to children and young people and actually act upon what they say, you could be saving them a lifetime of trauma impact if they get an earlier intervention. And that is what really is important. But equally, we also know from the work we do that there are millions of adult survivors out there dealing what we've dealt with because they've never been heard, validated, acknowledged, and helped and supported as they deserve to be. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I want to thank each and every one of you for turning up today and listening to everybody. I want to thank all of my speakers for giving what you've given today, because it takes courage to do that. And obviously it adds to what we're trying to share with everybody. And I just truly hope that I'm here in 10 years' time with my 20th anniversary event. So thank you, everybody. Time now for networking, and please put something on my tree. The branches are looking very bare. All right, gang, thank you. Oh, don't, you're going to make me cry. Really, thank you, everybody. I do really appreciate you all coming. I really do. Thank you.